Good morning, folks. Cowboy here. Out here at Wilderness. Don't know if you can hear that rain in the background. Sitting out on the dock. You got it. Having a cup of cowboy coffee. We had a good storm last night. Got a lot of debris. You know, not big stuff, but leaves, pine needles, acorns, things of that sort. It's good to have the rain. Now in the background back there, I don't think you can see it. You may be able to zoom it in, but there's an osprey nest. Now I don't know if you all know what an osprey is, but an osprey is what they call a sea eagle. And you find it along the coast a lot. You find it on rivers, you find them in lakes, inland, and they're a big bird. They of course are a bird of prey. Now they do something that's very unusual that you won't see other birds of prey do, and that is the way they carry their prey, or their fish mainly, primarily. I think I've only seen one osprey kill a snake, but most of the time their diet is nothing but fish. But they have something unique in that their talons rotate. So they will, once they catch that fish, if it's a bigger fish than they should be carrying, possibly, they take that fish and they take their talons and they rotate it so that it looks like it's just swimming in the water and makes it more aerodynamic. Now, we've been here, this is our 13th season. In the first couple of years, there was nothing but one osprey nest back over in that cove to the left. And that was the only ones, and we could hear them from there. And we'd go drive the boat over there, or canoe over there, and take a look at them. But what happened is that Georgia Power coordinates with the Army Corps of Engineers, who manage the lakes, in this part of the state anyways. And they put up big telephone poles, and they put a platform on it, so I hope you can hear me. Listen to that beautiful rain. Look at it falling out there on the water. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Just listen. So they put up a platform so that these birds can build a nest. Once they have some offspring, those young will leave here. They're hatched in late March, early April, and then in early October, November, the birds leave here and go to Central America, or South America, or Mexico. And they winter there, and then they come back the next March. Now, the young will stay gone for approximately 2 years. Then they will come back somewhere near where they were born and find themselves a mate and start building a nest, and the cycle starts over again. So they're very unique, and if I'm not mistaken, they mate for life. They're a very unique bird, and they're fun to watch. I have seen them get in a chase with eagles. The eagle trying to get them, and then they reversed that on them, and they were chasing the eagle. Now, in the sky, they have a very unique flight, and that is that their wings take the shape of the letter M. So if you're out on the lake and you look and you think, oh, there's an eagle, because They do have somewhat of a white face and a white under breast, but they don't have a white, completely white head or a white tail like a mature bald eagle has. And some people will mistaken them for a bald eagle. So if you're out on the lake or a river or at the coast, look for them. They've got a unique cry or scream. And when they have babies, they are really noisy. This year is the first year since Oliver and Olivia, that's what we named them, have been here, that they did not have any offspring. And the reason being is because I think that we are a little bit overpopulated. So therefore, Mother Nature took care of that, and this year they did not have any offspring. But they are a beautiful bird to watch. So this morning we're just going to have, as usual, simple breakfast. You know, some fry a little bacon, a little sausage, fry us a couple of eggs, toast us. Well, I may make some biscuits, and maybe some hash browns, some cut up cantaloupe, and also some sliced tomato. There ain't nothing better than sliced tomato and cantaloupe at breakfast, or at least in my opinion. Now, once this rain stops, and I think you can see my canoe there in the background, I may empty that canoe and take old Bentley for his virgin voyage in a canoe. Don't know how that's going to turn out. I'm going to try to film it. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we'll see. So today it looks like it's going to be a sort of a rainy off and on day. If we're going to float in the water any, we'll have to do it early and get it done because it's supposed to start raining again. But as I've said before, rain is really good. When we're out here, we get the chance to see not only the osprey, but we'll see some beavers, and every now and then. My wife and I was up the cove, paddling in that green canoe back there, and I saw a head up swimming through the water. She says, "What is that?" I said, "I think that's a beaver." And I said, "If it's a beaver, he's gonna..." Sure enough, he smacked that water at us. There was one time I was up there in the cove, and doggone if a beaver didn't chase me around and slap at me 10 or 15 times. I thought he was going to jump in the boat and bite my... Well, we won't. You know, Larry the Cable Guy. You ever heard that story? Anyways, we'll see some beaver. We'll see some otter. Who knows, I may try to include a little video of a otter on one of the docks here. We, of course, will see bald eagle. The other day, I heard a chase through the woods of what ended up being, because I saw it, a bobcat chasing a baby fawn. And that bobcat, when I saw it, it appeared as fast as it disappeared. And it was a little bit earlier than it is right now. And I heard him through the woods, and I jumped in the canoe, and I paddled up the cove. And man, I just, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the glimpse of the cat, and then, boom, it was gone. So I paddled on up the cove, came back, met up with the mama deer. And boy, she was snorting at me. She took in them feet, and she was chomping them down, and it's at me and scuffing. And then right after that, she was looking in the bush like something was in there. Then I tried to get closer in the canoe, and when I did, she scoffed and jumped. And then about 25 yards up the hill, that little fawn jumped too. So that bobcat didn't get it that day because he ran into, guess who? Mama. And Mama showed him who was boss. She wasn't going to let him have that. And of course, we got great blue herring. We call them Georges. When we're in Florida, we call them Freds. So we got a name for them whenever we see them. And of course, we got the little bitty green heron. I don't know if you've ever seen that little heron, but it's a beautiful little bird. Lots of turtles, you know. Trying to think of others. Of course, I've seen a bear. some foxes. We saw a little baby fox, a fox family one year. And boy, that mama, when she saw me, buddy, that afternoon, she'd moved those little foxes. Kits, I believe they're called. And, of course, we got some hummingbirds. We keep a hummingbird feeder going for them. And, okay, different kinds of fish and things of that sort. I won't bore you with the fish. But this good old cup of Cowboy coffee tastes pretty good. Now, later today, I think we're making a lettuce wraps. And you say, what is a lettuce wrap? Well, it's ground chicken, peanuts, carrots, onions, and make a sauce, water chestnuts, and then you take that mixture and put it in a leaf of lettuce and sort of fold it up and eat it. We'll have some rice noodles with that as well. It's very low carb friendly or keto friendly, whichever you want to call that diet. So I hope you enjoyed this little session this morning. You know, it's not often we get to be out like this and enjoy the rain, enjoy the scenery, take a boat ride, take a golf cart ride, take Bentley for a couple or 3 walks a day, just enjoying the surroundings and watching the ground squirrels and the squirrels and all of those little creatures. And there's also something else out here that's very unique that I forgot to tell you about. It's called fox squirrels. I don't know if you've ever seen a fox squirrel, but they're much larger than a regular squirrel. And some of them have a little white nose or a little white band at the front of their nose. And if you see one, you'll know it because they're much larger than a squirrel. So it seems that the rain has stopped. And maybe, just maybe, I'm going to finish this cup of coffee. That is this Cowboy cup of coffee. And then, I'm going to empty that water out of that canoe. I'm going to jump in it. I'm going to paddle up the cove and enjoy the scenery. I'm going to try to take you along with me. Don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to try. So, if I don't see you again later today, I'll see you on down the trail. There goes the Osprey. They both are there. When they build their nests, they fly along the edge of the trees, grab them with their talons, and break branches off and bring back. And when they have babies, the nest gets soiled. They pull them out, and then go get new ones and replace them. little hard to follow sometimes. You should be hearing them screaming. Can't see them out there. There goes one. Some geese going on a early morning swim.